Hey everybody. Well, this is part 2 to my video about I got cut off right in the middle by a full memory card, and I don't have the patience to edit all this together, so to edit the sad parts, as that's where I was going with this kind of, and I was right in the middle of a point I really wanted to make. So something I noticed while I was making the video that resonated with me, that, you know, the epiphanies that I have when I'm speaking out loud. People talk about auto-writing, you know, people who are writing and they claim that it's kind of like the universe speaking through them. That's how I feel when I'm speaking sometimes. Not that it's the universe speaking through me, but my subconscious speaking through me. You know, things I'm already aware of but I haven't been able to think or process. This is why talking about things is so therapeutic. But I was thinking about the folks who pose this perfect life on Facebook or elsewhere online. I use Facebook because it's an example of where people really put on a show, and they don't even intend to. They put on a certain personality of either, there's a group of people who are really into, say, stuff. And all they want to do is post links to stuff, like look at the newest surfboards, look at the newest albums, look at this and that. They live vicariously through everything else that's going on in the world. Like, they can't think for themselves. They're thinking through other posts, and all they do is reshare shit. Okay, now I'm using these as metaphors or symbols for how people are in daily life. These are the folks who are wearing what's popular, doing what's popular, whatever people want to see. They're posting for people to see what they're into, or wearing a label, you know. And then there are the folks that are completely engulfed in just non-materialism to the point where they say, you know, none of this matters, spirit is all that matters. They totally end up negating by saying, you know, the holidays are this or that. These are often people who start picking and poking and prodding at, like, our traditions and whatnot. Like, kind of trying to pick apart the way things are to always try to find a better way that things could be. Idealists or whatnot. And I've always been kind of an idealist myself, and I'm trying not to be, because an ideal comes with circumstances, and I won't even get into that. So the folks who are always posting about love and light and happiness and peace and love, but really they often wake up crying and screaming in the middle of the night. Let's say, I'm just making an example, people who are panicked, stressed, anxious, but they put on this front. Now, on the opposite end, there are people who do nothing but post negative things. And this is where I was going with this. The people who are constantly talking about how messed up the world is, how look at this problem in the news, they see it's just another example of mind control, or look at, you guys are all slaves, you people are sheeple, and nobody can think for themselves, and a poor me attitude. And I guess the epiphany I had was, it wasn't, sometimes it's people posing as if they are, it's a resistance, kind of it's like putting up a shield against anything that might make them happy by resisting it and assuming it's suspicious. Whenever somebody presents something, they say, well, who's telling you that? You know, what conspiracy did that come from? And how do I know this is true? And the suspicion leads us to this laughable state where we're like resisting it and suspecting one another when all we really want is the same thing. It's like when two people are walking down a dark alley, and both of them are just trying to get somewhere, and they both fear the other person, kind of thing. You think, oh shit, who's this? And then you walk by and you're both people in like suits. Like, what was I afraid of? We're afraid of each other until we really get to know each other. So all those folks on Facebook who are totally opposed to anger, or opposed to any type of violence, or who are opposed to thinking negatively, might do well to take a little bit into their life of that. Take a little bit of that fire and put it under their ass. And a lot of those people who have the fire up under their ass might do well to take a chill pill, balance out a little bit, and realize that the world is not so bad, that there are good things. So it's not a matter of being sheeple or shepherds or wolves. It's a matter of having attributes of all, and just doing what you can, whatever that might be. I'm out. Talk to you later and have a great day.